I'm currently advising a client who is a licensed barber in the state of Florida who has been misclassified as a 1099 independent contractor. My client and the owner of the hair salon where she worked executed an independent contract agreement. However, my client had no ability to negotiate her agreement. The terms were set by the salon owner and offered to my client on a take it or leave it basis. Moreover, the terms of the independent contract agreement, as they were applied to my client, did not reflect the true working conditions, policies, or pay practices at the salon. During my client's tenure at the salon, she was under the direction and control of the salon owners and therefore was treated as an employee, not an independent contractor. For example, the salon owners directly dictated how my client charged customers inside the salon. My client did not have the autonomy to set her own prices and to determine her pricing structure. The salon owners used the threat of dismissal or termination to exercise control over my client and to force her to comply with the salon's pricing policy. The salon owners required my client to maintain a set schedule between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m., whether or not customers needed to be served. The salon owners expected my client to remain loyal to the salon, and my client reasonably believed that she was not free to work wherever she pleased, including for competing businesses, without the risk that defendants would terminate their employment relationship with her. The salon owners required my client to devote a full-time work schedule to the salon and therefore restricted my client from doing other gainful work. The salon owners willfully violated the Fair Labor Standards Act by failing to pay my client minimum wage for all the hours worked during her tenure at the salon. As my client, in fact, was treated as an employee, she occupied a non-exempt position with the salon and was entitled to receive at least the minimum wage and overtime pay. What should you do if you believe that you've been misclassified as a 1099 independent contractor? First, talk to your employer. Have a conversation with your manager or the HR department executive, clearly outlining your concerns about being misclassified as an independent contractor, and explain why you believe you should be considered as an employee based on your work, responsibilities, and level of control. Second, gather evidence. Keep detailed records of your work activities, communications with your employer, and any documentation that demonstrates your level of supervision and dependence on the company. Thirdly, request a formal review. Ask your employer to formally review your classification and provide a written explanation for their decision if they maintain your independent contractor status. And finally, consult with an employment lawyer. If your employer is unwilling to address your concerns, seek legal advice from an employment attorney who can assess your situation and advise on the best course of action.